Indie Heroes Collection 4 brings together 11 games from today's independent developers. There's a thriving scene of modern developers making new games for classic hardware or in the style of classic hardware, and with Indie Heroes 4 we celebrate this vibrant, colourful part of modern gaming. Many of the games on Indie Heroes Collection 4 were first presented to Evercade players as part of the 2024 Game of the Month programme, which ran between April and December. So let's start with a recap of those games. The 2024 Game of the Month programme kicked off in April with The Curse of Ilmore Bay by Second Dimension, creators of several previous Indie Heroes titles you can play on Evercade, including Aira the Crow Maiden and Beer Slinger from Indie Heroes Collection 2. The Curse of Ilmore Bay is a spooky platformer where you'll battle supernatural foes, collect keys and complete challenges. As you progress, you'll unlock new abilities for the playable characters, allowing you to reach more secrets. The second Game of the Month for 2024 was a collaboration between the Curse of Ilmore Bay developer Second Dimension and retro YouTuber John Hancock. It's a colour matching puzzle game in which you toss coloured blocks to eliminate them from an arrangement at the top of the screen. You'll need to use careful strategy and level gimmicks to solve each stage. The third Game of the Month for Evercade in 2024 was Nightmare the Ninth King, an atmospheric platformer designed for 8-bit handheld by creator Elvies. Taking on the role of the whip-wielding young woman Aaron or the masked knight Blizz, you must battle your way to the heart of Castle Mortimer to discover the truth behind an undead kingdom's return. Drawing inspiration from classic English literature and 8-bit console platformers, Jane Austen's 8-bit adventure was the fourth Game of the Month for Evercade in 2024, and was developed by Matthew Justice with creative contributions from his Austen enthusiast wife. Playing as Jane Austen herself, you must gather the lost pages of her novels, then do battle with the disgruntled antagonist she composed herself. The fifth Game of the Month for Evercade in 2024 was Collie Defense from Vian and the Retro Room, a tower defense strategy game originally designed for a classic 32-bit handheld. Playing as a brave sheepdog, it's your job to defend your flock from incoming wild animals who want nothing more than to munch on a bit of fresh mutton. The sixth Game of the Month for Evercade in 2024 was Soccer Banana by Flip for Fate. It's an 8-bit puzzler in which you take control of the monkey Skid as he attempts to organise a series of banana warehouses. Slide the crates around and collect the bananas, but think before you move. It's easier than you think to get trapped. The seventh Game of the Month for Evercade in 2024 was Low-Tech Games' much anticipated follow-up to the 8-bit platformer Flea, which you can enjoy on Indie Heroes Collection 1. Once again taking on the role of the hyperactive, perpetually jumping Flea Henry, you must take on a series of challenging single-screen stages in an attempt to thwart the ambitions of the dreaded Cleopatra. The 8th game of the month for Evercade in 2024 was Batty Zabella, developed by Ice Cold Blood and published by the Retro Room. Batty Zabella is a point-and-click adventure originally designed for 8-bit handheld, drawing inspiration from genre classics and the sassy, sexy side of 80s horror. The 9th and final game of the month for Evercade in 2024 was Mertop by Hewlett, a modern game designed in the style of early 80s arcade classics. Playing as bomb-pooping rabbit Merty, you must eliminate enemies and collect carrots from a series of 256 stages while enjoying a catchy, frantic soundtrack composed in classic chiptune style. As well as the 9 Game of the Month titles from 2024, Indie Heroes Collection 4 also features 2 additional games, developed by Rocket Ship Park and published by Thalamus Digital. The first of these is Starseed, a vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up originally designed for 8-bit handheld, in which you fend off waves of enemies and attack massive dreadnoughts. And closing out the collection is Block Droppin', a match 3 puzzler originally designed for 8-bit handheld. Swap coloured blocks to match 3 or more in a horizontal or vertical row, and do your best to set up chain reactions for big scores. Indie Heroes Collection 4 is available from March 2025.